Welcome back to the channel. We're back in the crowded garage. My next job is replacing some siding on a double wide mobile home. The mobile home is on a slab, but it has the homosote type siding on it. It's that cardboard. It's approximately 3/8 of an inch thick, 8 inch, and then it's got a 1 inch coverage, and these are face nailed on the mobile home. And we're going to install a newer, better product, Smartside. And this is, get on the bottom here, this is an OSB backed, impregnated with borax to fight insects, pre-primed, primed on the ends and the sides and the front, and it's not required to do the back. And so I'm going to replace it with this. We're not at the job site, obviously, but I ordered it. It just came in. I didn't have room for it. I didn't want it wet. Threw it in here on the horses on the lift, so it's kind of like bowed, don't matter. But I'm going to pre-finish it. So I took their siding, cut off a piece of it that was stored underneath it. The stuff that's on there is all curled and buckled, but this one's not too much better. Now, what I liked about it was the finish on the front is almost exact to this. The texture looks the same. The people should not know that it's a different product on there. This is much better than what's on there now. And the mobile home is 30 years old. So I took this down to the Lowe's and they wiped the dirt off it, and she gave me a color of this. So hopefully that's pretty close, and I'm sure this is faded, turned gray blue over the years, but I told the people I can do the best I can. Where do I pick my color from? Brown, gray, blue. So this is the original color, and so this should be close. And this is the HGTV Home Sherwin-Williams. It's a weather shield. It's got dirt and stain blocking, paint and primer in one. And on Dawson's building, we use this stuff. And, I'll walk over there and show you. We used it. He is going on 18 years old, and he painted it when he was 12. And it looks, about the same condition. I don't see any damage on it. So I thought, this has like a mold and mildew protection on it, and we get a lot of splashback, and there's no issues with this stuff. And this is Smartside vertical 4x8 panel. Let's go on the back side where we definitely get splash. And you see, even if you look at the bottom, the paint stayed on really well. There's a couple spots of dirt. So a couple years ago we spread some stone on here to help with that. I told him we should put a mini gutter up to cut down on the drippage. Some bird poo on here, but this paint did not peel. He hasn't touched it up. He hasn't done anything to it, and 90% of it looks really good still. This faces the sun to the east a little. I don't know what he did there. It looks like he caulked the trim with black or something I had. He needs to touch that up. He needs to paint his door, but see right here on the deck where it gets wet, there's no issues with this paint. So I said, that's probably a good choice. And this satin, it's got a very small sheen to it. And so if we do the same thing, it should match his finish pretty well. Because like I said, the girl at the desk, wiped that. To me, it has a slight gloss. So I said, let's do a satin finish instead of flat. It'll be easy to clean. Any bird droppings on it, whatever, to wash off. Garden hose, you can probably wet it. So we're going to install this after I paint it. I got to find a place to put it. We got about, 42 panels here. I bought a couple extras, so I'm not going to paint them all, just in case I can return it. Obviously, they won't take a return if you paint it. But I want to try this product. I haven't used this before, but it's the same thing. And I'm probably going to be working alone. I'm going to set up a one-section scaffold because it's up about 9, almost 10 foot. I can't reach without ladders. And I think it's going to go against studs without sheathing. That's what the homeowner said. And I'm like, ooh. So I definitely didn't want to use this homosote type product. And I said we could use 4x8 sheets. He said he didn't like the vertical lines, and I hunted and I said, oh, we can get the same thing basically, new brand. So I'm gonna roll this on. You guys don't want to see me paint, but I'm gonna paint one coat on, see how well it holds. On Dawson's building there, we sprayed it one coat, never did anything else. I said, let's try one coat, see how it works, and we never did anything else. So this might work good because it's already primed, you know. If this was bare, we'd probably have to do 2 coats for sure. So I'm going to roll this on. I'll separate these a little bit and I'll roll the edges. And I think what I'll do is I'll bring the trailer out here because we're so crowded. And then once I get a panel done, it's raining, I'll just go and, you know, walk it up into the trailer and start stacking them. And, you know, after they're dry enough. And I'm going to light this old wood stove here to give me a little bit of warmth while I'm doing it. It's about 40 degrees out. I'm going to move some items around so I can walk in here and then get the roller out, get the trailer moved over here and get going. Get some heat happening over here so we got a little background heat. And get started. I got like 5 projects happening in here. And look what my mom dropped by here. She says, happy Halloween early, you know. And we got some Kit Kats and Reese's and some almonds, milk chocolate, some Milk Duds, Almond Joy. Let's try to keep that away from Dawson. I don't know. Hide them out here in the garage. Leave me a little snack once in a while. So let's get started. I'll show you as I get it moving, see what the color looks like, and see how close it matches to that. All right, there it is. Looks a little baby blue to me, but as it's drying, it's going to turn gray. Dawson said the color match looks really good. What do you think? I think it did. I don't know. That's what they're going to get. We computerized it. I can't help that. I know on the north, south, east, and west are all different shades. So, you know, like I said, I took a piece of siding that was underneath on the concrete, underneath the mobile home, and it never got any sun on it. So this is the color. This looks great. I think I'm going to see our heat going right there. I think we're going to let this crank a little while, and then that's it. We're just going to slide them right up into the trailer. I'm trying to make a system because we got like 40 of them more here to do. Well, there we go. We got a nice fire going in here. We're up to 56 degrees. The door wide open. Got nowhere to put it. It's sprinkling out here. Wind's blowing, carport's full of stuff. In the trailer, I got 2 on the shelf, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 10 done. I guess I'll have to put them on the porch. I'll dream up spots, but we gotta move everything out to be able to put it somewhere. I may only be able to do a dozen a day or something till we can get them to dry. I don't know. We got like 3 days of rain here and a mess in the garage. I got a whole bunch of sawhorses, running out of sawhorses, so I'd place them somewhere else. All right, they're looking good. I'm halfway done. And I got almost 4 hours on it, so it's taken quite a while. It's probably a day to paint them all. And if I was on site painting them, I would say maybe even more, because I'd have to move ladders and all that kind of thing and worry about it. So taking this out painted should save me time in the long run, and I can see every spot. And if it's lap siding, that means it'll be primed under the overlap, and this way it's primed and painted under the overlap, so I think it's even better. So I don't know, maybe another day this week. We got kind of a, I don't know, not really a storm going on, but it's getting windy and cold. I'm going to give up for the day. I'm going to let this wood stove burn on out. We got temperature in here 57 now, so it's, and this with the garage door wide open. So I'll close the door down. These will dry quick. I got some on the porch over there under cover, and I got some in the trailer full, and we got half the pile there. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. Okay, we're all loaded up. We got the enclosed full of the siding brake, all that siding, tools, ladders, equipment to start that siding job on such a beautiful day. I should be finishing up the windows, but but I got to take advantage of a siding job. I'm going to be working alone today. Don't have a help. 16-foot panels is going to be a bummer, but stay tuned. I'm going to see if the homeowner's going to let me film it. I don't know why they care, but I'm going to get up there. It's going to be about it's about a 20-minute ride anyway, hauling the trailer up there, and it's already 11 a.m. so going to have a short day. It took about 4 hours to load and sort and get around. Typical job, you know. They think I'm getting there late, but I've been working all morning. So we'll see you up there. Well, that's what I got off so far. No sheathing. A couple wires on the outside, lots of bees, but coming along. We got little burnt wires here. We got mice. Well, we're down at the local Lowe's here. What we got to do is we got to repair some wiring in the wall. So I picked up a couple deeper boxes. I think if I install one of these possibly sideways into the new siding, because there's no sheathing on the wall, I don't want to really attach to the stud because we're going to put on 2 layers of lap siding, and there's a slight bevel to it. So this would be better to put one of these in. And then I got a little kit. They went up double. It's a in-use cover with a GFCI and a gasket, so that'll be waterproofed. And on the inside, they've got them mobile home one-piece outlet cover box thing all together. I'm going to be replacing with something that looks similar. These are more expensive, but it'll have the smooth finish. So it'll look similar to what he has now instead of something totally different. 25 foot of wire to repair it. Some staples so that we can put the tie back on. Tie back we're going to tape around the windows. The homeowner's a little different, so doesn't feel comfortable with me filming, so I'm just going to stick the camera in somewhere if I can get an angle and try to get some work. If not, I guess I'll have to show you at the end. So we're going to repair the electric, and then we're going to put the tie back and tape, seal it up, keep the ladybugs out. He does have a roll of insulation. He didn't show me, but he said I can patch it. So I'm going to take out some where the mouse chewed holes or whatever and replace it, get it fluffed up nice, put our tie back on, cut our wire. There's 2 bad spots, 3 bad spots. Take that whole section of wire out, add an outside GFCI outlet that he doesn't have. Right now he's running a cord through the skirting and it gets plugged in the heat tape underneath, and that's pretty tacky. I mentioned that we're taking siding off, let's put one of them on. He goes, nah, I've been like that for years, don't need it. And I said, now's your time. And he said no. And then I found the wiring burnt, or mice chewed through it. And he says, well, go ahead. I wish people let me do what I want in the beginning. So an extra trip, come down, got the stuff. I'm gonna go back and get to work. Well, she's working out pretty good. Using them siding tool, they slide up and lock. So you have to get your first course. The only difference I did, because this is a mobile, is I did made a Z channel to go over top here, and then I put the tie back on after I repaired the insulation and repaired the wiring, and I ran the tie back over top, and then I put tie back tape on and sealed it. So now any moisture behind it has got to run off the face of it. And I'm leaving my gaps as required. It's lining up good. I got my outlet up there I got to deal with. I'll do that in the morning. Getting late at the day, end of the day. Doing a nice job. I face nailed this panel only because the wires run right here. So I said I'm going to stay away because they had 3 nails in the nail plates pretty close to the wires. So this is how we used to have it, but it looks so much better with blind nailing it. We leaned on this, and this started leaking. Let me show you. She's all like burst already. Thing's rotten. See the corrosion on it? Whoa. So he ran down and get a frost proof. We're going to throw one of them on there tonight because we had to shut the whole water off because there's no shutoff valve. So to be smart, he probably should have got a shutoff valve, but didn't want to spend the money, I guess. I'm doing the siding the same way they did, and I got to do a vertical, like a, I don't know, I didn't measure it. It's almost 4 inch. Might be 3.5 or 4 inch vertical. But she looks good. She's running pretty level. I like it. Looks like tomorrow I should be able to finish this side up. And then got to work on the rotten fascia. They said they wanted me to cover with aluminum. So I brought the brake. Satellite dish is in the way down there. You got to get that off in there. It's still being used. I don't know. They're delaying it. And that's smaller. That's about 1/3 of this size. Half of this size. So that should go pretty quick. I got to put the shutters back on. Got some caulk, and I'm going to face caulk. I'm not going to shove them gaps full of caulk. I'll ask him. I did put my, I got felt paper behind it as a drip, and then of course we got the tie back. But I might show him one of the caulks and see if he likes it, or just leave it, probably face caulk it. Allow it to expand. And then that's it. I'm going to move to the other side. I got to fix some routed boards on each valley. Now I got to put a valley extension. The guy that did the roof left it flush, and it rotted out both of these fascia boards that he put on. So, they're pine boards all rotted. So this has been leaking for years. I got to hook my telephone wire back up, my box. Got that done. This goes into that gray CVPC plumbing stuff, terrible stuff. It is a 1/2 inch connection, so hopefully it'll be fine. And I want to get out of here. So end of the day, got things to do. I'm cleaning up my mess, putting things up, and then starting again tomorrow. Okay, I got all the siding on this end. Turned out pretty nice. I face caulked the seams, touched up the paint. We got the new faucet in last night. I just put the phone cable on. I put my GFCI, a new one, outlet in use in there where the wire was damaged. So it's new wire, new outlet. Now I'm doing the fascia. They want this end covered because I guess birds or something's pecking back there. Probably ladybugs. And then we got cold front coming in, so I don't know what tomorrow is, but I want to start on that other side over there. So I'll be shifting everything down there. This turned out pretty good. How good you can see that. I think it's turned out pretty nice. Okay, I got the fascia back put on there with the brake. Looks good. I'm gonna move on to taking the shutters home, pressure wash them, and start on the other side tomorrow. Well, look at all the sawdust, guys, and wood chips. Now, I have some of this poplar lumber that I got from my brother, but it was 1 1/8 or 1 1/4, so you know, 5/4 stuff, pretty thick and heavy. And what I need to do is my overhangs on the gable on the porch there where it's all rotted. So I primed all the sides, cut them down so I can handle them in the truck, and letting this dry. I got the shutters over there and they're full of bees and nests and so on, mess. I'm going to get out the pressure washer and clean that so I can get off to work. It's about 48 right now, I think, and it's windy, cold, so paint's going to dry slow. Want to do this first, get this ready. I had a couple pine boards and they had a lot of knots in it. Knots, you'll end up painting. This has to be painted white, so you know, got the primer on. This will take paint great, poplar lumber, and we'll get up to the job here shortly. I got them cleaned up. All right, I took the old siding, a lot of it fell off. It was all rotten. Pulled the nails, cleaned it up. There's no issues with the wire on this side. And I put tie back on. And then I'm putting my boards on, keeping my gap, face caulking them, allowing that to dry. There's not too many seams because we got broken up with a window here. And then I want to touch that up, and it's possible I can get this siding on tonight. And then all I'll have left is 3 panels he wants me to replace out back, and miscellaneous. I got to do the verticals here. So come along pretty nice. Well, there she is. Looks pretty good, don't it? All finished up. Now I got to come back and clean up the scaffolding. What else I got to do? I got a couple boards that he wants me to replace in the back with the used ones that we have that are usable. But overall, it turned out pretty nice. It's sharp. Let me know what you think in the comments. Well, I had Dawson come out today and help me take the scaffolding down. We touched up the paint a little bit. It looks pretty good. It's shiny. Looks really good, guys. So thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next project. We're almost done with the season. We're going to be working indoors on the next ones, I think. Still got my windows to do. It turned out pretty good. Pretty color, nice paint. So, looks good.